Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on Supergirl. Today we're going to be talking about the future and a potential spin-off. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Okay, so we have a lot of videos that are going to be posting over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we don't have too much Arrowverse news apart from the news that Stargirl has been officially cancelled. That is going to be in a separate video from this. So we've got a lot of ideas, and some of these ideas that you're going to see in some videos over the next week or so is just ideas that have been in the back of my mind. And like today's main topic is something that I've talked about before, and I believe I made like a video a while ago, maybe like a year or so ago, when Supergirl actually ended. But now I want to go into detail, and I feel this specific theory is actually quite relevant, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But for now, I want to mention, guys, please be sure to join and become a member of the channel if you want to be featured in future live streams. We do members live streams, and we're going to be doing one next week, so please be sure to click the join button below and become a super friend today, and you'll be included in those live streams. Also, I want to say that we are currently working on a very exciting project for you guys. It's going to be releasing sometime in the next couple of weeks, so keep your eyes out and don't miss any live streams, because that is where we've been announcing all of the projects we've been working on behind the scenes for the DCTV show. So for now, remember, live streams every Thursday, and then also member live streams on other days, but that will be announced on the community tab or on Twitter. Follow me at the DCTV show, or on Instagram at the DCTV show if you want to stay up to date with everything that's happening in terms of scheduling. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's main topic. We're going to be talking about Supergirl. Now, we're going to be talking about a potential spin-off with the Legion of Superheroes characters, and the reason I bring that up now is, like I said, I feel it's quite relevant. Now, why is it relevant? Well, as you guys know, for about a year or so now, Brian Michael Bendis, one of the main comic creators of the Legion, who has written endless stories and endless issues of the Legion of Superheroes, has actually been working behind the scenes on scripts for an animated HBO Max Legion of Superheroes show that is apparently more for an adult kind of audience, so more along the lines of like an R-rated animated show pretty much. And so with that in mind, we've been waiting anxiously to see anything to do with this, and obviously nothing has come out as right now. It's just Brian Michael Bendis teasing for the most part, and there hasn't really been any official big announcements. But then at the same time, and shockingly out of nowhere, Warner Brothers' home video team announced that they have actually finished and are ready to release a Legion of Superheroes animated film that is going to be coming out sometime early next year in 2023. Now, this comes completely out of nowhere, because really we thought, okay, we were going to potentially get this Legion of Superheroes animated HBO Max show from Brian Michael Bendis, but no one had any idea that they were working behind the scenes in continuing to expand the DCEU, the DC animated universe, with a new Legion of Superheroes film. So I feel that is especially relevant as of right now, because I think Warner Brothers will be able to see and monitor how popular the characters are in that film when that film actually releases, and potentially that could open up more of an audience and make more people aware of the Legion of Superheroes. And so that's why I think potentially a Supergirl spin-off, if it's going to be anything, is probably going to be a Legion of Superheroes show. Now, at the end of the day, like I've said many times in the past, Superman and Lois is a Supergirl spin-off, considering Superman was first used in Supergirl. Yes, Lois was a character from the crossovers, so you could say it's like a mix, but really it's Superman and the kind of concepts that they brought up in Supergirl first. However, if they're going to do a different spin-off, I would say it's probably going to be Legion of Superheroes. Now, with the changes over at the CW, there is definitely, in the next year or so, going to be a need for them to develop new shows. I know that the new owners over at Nexstar have previously said that they want to get cheap programming, they want to buy content that's already been shown before and just re-show it. So basically they're trying to save money. However, there will definitely be a need for new CW shows, kind of in the same vein of what we've had in the past under Mark Pedowitz. But obviously they're going to want to keep it cheap, and if they're smart, they're going to want to keep some of the fans that used to watch the network. But obviously with them scrapping all the shows and cancelling them, they're going to lose a lot of fans, and I think they know that. So if they want to scrap all the old shows that have previous deals with HBO Max and stuff, and create new content for themselves, which they can eventually sell off to something like Netflix and actually make a lot of profit like the CW used to do. But since they introduced HBO Max, obviously they kind of lost out on that profit because they were trying to grow their streaming network. So that's kind of the reason why the CW kind of went downhill a little bit. And so when you look at it, the Arrowverse is probably the most popular on the entire network. Yes, you have shows like Walker, and you have spin-offs off of shows like The Vampire Diaries, or you have Riverdale related shows which were very popular. However, I would say overall the show and the kind of universe with the most influence is definitely the Arrowverse, because it's been around for such a long time, over 10 years now, because we just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of Arrow, which means it's the 10-year anniversary of the Arrowverse. That was in October. And so, yeah, I do think at one point Nexstar is going to need new shows for the CW, fictional programming that they can actually cater to the old audience and get some of them back, despite it not being super big. I think there will still be some interest in that, and so I think it would be a great spin-off for Supergirl fans. And you have to remember, Supergirl was very popular on the CW, so if you get some of that audience that they've already lost since Supergirl went away, maybe some of those fans were watching The Flash, but now The Flash is going away, you definitely need more shows, especially linked to the Arrowverse, and shows like Supergirl and The Flash definitely are primed for spin-offs. And so I think the Legion of Superheroes would be a great kind of story to tell as a spin-off show off of Supergirl, because there is so much storytelling potential. Because when you look at the Legion of Superheroes in the comics and just see the sheer amount of characters there are, but also the sheer amount of stories that there have been in the past, there is endless storytelling opportunities, and I feel like it's just a no-brainer to me. And considering that they're making a animated film and an animated TV show potentially, why wouldn't they want to go for a live action show if those are popular? I think that would be a smart move. We're just going to really have to wait and see, I think, for the next year or so, as to what Nexstar is wanting to do with the CW, and are they going to actually try and create their own shows and, you know, kind of create them from scratch. Yes, they're going to be maybe produced by Warner Brothers, but if they are the majority stakeholder, they don't have the need to bring everything over to HBO Max right after, so they can sell their new content. And that is what the CW did before, and that was the whole reason of the CW being a thing, to sell to streaming services like Netflix. So why not do it again, considering that you kind of got Warner Brothers away from this, and you really want to make a lot of money off of this and make the CW profitable. So I think the Legion of Superheroes would be a good stepping stone for them to continue and bring back audiences that they have kind of thrown away with all of these cancellations, and also make some profit for themselves. And obviously if the show is good, you can expand from there. And like I said, this show could go on for a very long time. It could go many seasons, considering the great roster of Legion characters. And with the Legion of Superheroes spin-off show, they can bring back popular Supergirl characters such as Nia now from Supergirl, obviously played by Nicole Maines. She is huge right now. She has been writing stuff in the comics, and her character is in Fortnite now. Like, it's absolutely massive, and I think they would be terrible to not capitalize on that. But again, I really don't know how much Nexstar is into the shows, and I don't know if they realize how popular some of these characters, specifically Nia, is. So I think a Legion show would be good, and it would be like, you know, maybe a potential leading role for Nicole Maines, and have like Jesse Raff on the side as Brainy, and then you introduce a bunch of new characters that kind of round out the Legion. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think there is ever going to be another Supergirl spin-off. Are they going to continue these characters' legacies, or will the comics be the only way to continue such legacies? Well, let me know down in the comments below, and would you be excited for the show? That is the main question that I want to hear you guys answer in the comments. But for now, if you did enjoy the video, and if you want to see more videos like this, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Really helps out the channel if you do that. And you can subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. But for now, click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video. And remember, click the join button below to become a member so you don't miss any members live streams that are going to be happening very soon. You can be featured on the channel with me, talk to me in real life over the computer obviously. I highly recommend you guys join and become a super friend today, because those streams are awesome. So for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.